Hi again, this is Richard. I suggest you complete your reading assignments before watching this PowerPoint presentation. As we discussed last week, there is a threefold nature of God known as the metaphysical Trinity. First, there is divine mind, the omniscience of God. Divine mind creates thoughts, which then creates a divine idea. God has created a divine idea of who you are and holds that idea in thought. When a thought or idea is held in mind, because of the law of cause and effect, the idea becomes manifest. The manifestation of a divine idea is divine expression. God is always expressing, always creating, always demonstrating. God expresses through you and me through the power of spirit that represents the individualized you. God is divine mind, divine idea, and divine expression. Not three separate forces, but one force moving through each of us as the I am, the higher self, or as the Fillmores said, as the Jesus Christ consciousness that exists in each and every one. The threefold nature of humankind consists of spirit, the divine expression of God individualized in you and me. Spirit is the power of the I am, the Christ that is the core of our being. As we listen to the still small voice within, we are guided to be manifestations of the principle God is. The second nature of humankind is the soul. Our soul carries all the memories and feelings we have ever experienced. The soul is like a sponge. It collects all of our feelings and emotions, which creates perceptions. As we all know, we have spirit, soul, and body. The body has 5 senses: sight, hearing, touching, tasting, and smell. These senses are necessary so that we can be in the world. Through these senses, we decide how to live and manage our lives in the physical world and form perceptions. We come to believe that the physical world is real and can become so absorbed in the physical world that we learn to live in fear and pain. All we sense in the physical world are also absorbed in the soul. The soul is like a hard drive on a computer, which is programmed to operate based on certain directions which are called programs. Our soul is programmed by God expressing through us and by our experiences of being in and of the world. We are spirit, soul, and body, and we express as such in what we perceive in the physical world we live in. As we just discovered, there is a threefold nature to our explanation of God and humankind. There is also a threefold nature to consciousness. First, there is superconscious. The superconscious is called I am, spirit, the higher self, the divinity within, or the Christ consciousness. The superconsciousness is the power of the absolute flowing through us as the Christ consciousness. It is God expressing through us with divine ideas and guidance. The second level of consciousness is the subconscious. I see the soul as a depository of individual core values and beliefs retreated from the superconscious and the conscious. The subconscious can set us free or it can limit our potential. The subconscious remembers our interpretation of an event, a statement, a relationship. We retain in our subconscious all that we are taught and observe intellectually and emotionally. This forms our core beliefs. The third nature of consciousness is what we are conscious of, or the conscious mind. The conscious nature is primarily formed based on our 5 senses: seeing, hearing, smelling, touching, and taste. We often believe what we see, hear, smell, taste, or touch. We think it is real, when in fact it is only temporary and can change in a moment's notice. Consciousness is the sum total of our awareness, which includes the superconscious, the subconscious, and the conscious. Your personal level of consciousness produces your screen of life. We are each producing a film that plays out as the screen of life. Because we believe in duality, we develop a sense of separation and fear. Our goal is to allow the 3 levels of consciousness to become unified. How do we do this? One tool is the law of mind action. This law provides us the ability to change our thinking, which in turn changes our lives. Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, says, "The power of the mind is the power to shape substance." When we focus on an idea, we can manifest that idea. As we focus on the good, we bring good into our lives. How do we focus on God? Jesus said, "Love the Lord thy God with your whole mind, your whole heart, and your whole soul." When we follow this advice from Jesus, we begin to focus on the superconscious, the Christ within, and we become single-minded and change our lives and how we see the world. We are free when we view the world in oneness, not separation. Thank you.